I think that our partnership was, in a sense, enhanced by the fact that we started our marriage together in China. It was a somewhat isolating place to live in the 1980s. The fact that we were in a compound in which we knew that our conversations were being monitored, that we were being spied on, that we were being followed every time we went out, that we were at risk of being kicked out of the country. We were together evading this kind of monitoring, trying to figure out what was going on, and finding, I think, real comfort and solace in each other.
The pressure that comes with when you're being followed and you're trying to meet a source and you really don't want to compromise the source, to have this mutual understanding that we both had, that we could both share, that didn't exist with a lot of other husband and wife couples. And so we could understand each other, and I think that really helped bring us even closer.
Soon after we moved to China, the Tiananmen student democracy movement began, and we were there when the troops opened fire on the crowds. When you're being shot at, you worry about each other. You feel a sense of outrage at seeing kids being killed. And I think that was an incredibly traumatic thing to go through, but I think it really did unite us.
I was conflicted, of course, because I understood he had to get the story, but on the other hand, he's risking his life. But I don't think any other spouse really could understand that. But that creates this enormous amount of empathy and sympathy and fear, all melded in one.
I'd say that we complement each other rather than being echoes of each other. Sheryl is more interested in business solutions to global needs. I'm more interested in shining a light and doing what I can. And I think we do share a deep belief that there are fundamental inequities and injustices, and that there's an array of toolboxes to address those. And the fact that we each turn to a different toolbox to address them, I think, complements each of our work. People always ask us how we manage to write books together and stay married. And it always seems to me that, at the end of the day, if you can raise kids together, books are a piece of cake. At the end of the day, books don't play you off each other. You can put a manuscript to bed at night and it stays asleep. And if you screw up, then it's only a book. When we wrote China Wakes, then it really helped to have a Chinese-American woman write half the book. It really helped to have a non-Chinese foreigner write half. When we wrote about women's rights worldwide in Half the Sky, if it had been just a woman writing about empowering women, I think it would have been marginalized, frankly, in a way that's unfair, but that is real. But it also would not have worked to have just a man writing about empowering women. And so the fact that we could bring our partnership to scrutiny of these global women's issues, a man and a woman looking at them together, I think 1 + 1 in each case, equaled 3 or 4.
I think we're very open, we're very frank. First of all, we are both used to being edited and also being editors, so we're very familiar with that process.
It's not that there were no wounded feelings when Sheryl took my charming anecdotes and they ended up on the cutting room floor. After a grumpy afternoon or so, I would recognize that she was right. And Sheryl still edits all of my columns. Honesty is best, even if it's disagreeable news. I once covered a gathering of people who were celebrating their golden anniversaries and beyond. And so I asked everybody, so what is the secret to this long marriage? And I was really struck that what everybody said is, it's hard work. We've had a wonderful relationship. We're so complementary in so many ways. We love each other deeply. But it also does require compromise and hard work on both people's part. And that has to be grounded.
You mean hard work?
And grounded, I think, on kind of mutual respect.
You have to pay attention to the other person and not forget that they are a human being and they have desires and needs. It's not taking someone for granted. That's what it is.
We all have priorities and we want to thrive in our professional world and in other respects, but if you have a partnership in your life together, in raising kids together, then that may at times bring costs in what you can do professionally, but it also hugely enriches your entire life. And at the end of the day, it's the legacy that you're going to be fundamentally most concerned with and value the most.
I like everything about Nick.
I just love Cheryl's company. I mean, if Sheryl is traveling and I'm alone, I just sort of putter her around, and I feel like I'm kind of missing an arm. I kind of feel complete only when Cheryl's around.